Hi friends, welcome back. Today I am finally finishing up this dining room makeover. Now if you haven't seen part 1, definitely go watch it because I started with the back adjacent room, which I did some painting, and more painting. Today we'll finish things up and do an in-depth tour of the whole space. So let's get started. Just a quick reminder, this space is not very big. Also, not a lot of natural light comes in here. I'm trying to make some changes here to kind of make it more elevated, more special, because even a small space needs some love. Now, first things up, let's go ahead and take care of these walls. Also got some furniture, new custom light that I ordered, and a mid-century modern furniture restoration project because I love mid-century decor. I'm not gonna lie, I am not gonna miss this dining room set. I was so excited to get it out of there and prep for some painting. Would you believe me if I told you that is not the last time I'm gonna bang my head on that chandelier? I know. Well, right now I'm actually gonna prep to do some painting because I'm gonna continue lime washing the dining room, which I absolutely love, but of course I do need to prep and do some priming. Is it just me, or does it always seem like the prep work takes longer than the actual painting process? Well, in this case, it definitely did. Yes, that's me realizing I ruined another pair of clothes this week. I've done this process in the past, so I won't go too much in depth right now, but I will say that I'm continuing to use Clear to Liaise. Here I'm using Plateau for the first coat. The second coat I'm using Old White, which is a little bit of a lighter color. This is going to create sort of that velvety effect as you're seeing here. So beautiful, but of course I do need to let it dry in between coats. Watching this footage afterwards is kind of satisfying. Like, look at that transformation. It just looks so nice. Walls have been lime washed and looks nice. One thing I want to do though is I want to paint the baseboards. I mean, they're already white, but just a fresh coat of paint really makes a big difference. Okay, number one, the amount of times that I have banged myself on that chandelier, I have bruises. And number two, every time I say I'm gonna put on my painting clothes on, I don't, and I ruin another pair of clothes. Here's the 5th shirt that I have ruined this week. Oh, a fresh coat of paint always makes for a great day. Now today, the lighting has arrived and some furniture has arrived, so let's take a look at what we got from one of my favorite brands. This is the Daco dining room table from Article, and if you're not familiar with Article offers beautiful pieces to make your space look beautiful. Now for a while now, I had some of their pieces throughout the house, including the Hibisco sofa. I have to say, it's holding up great and I still love it. Now, when it comes to this space, now, like I said, this space does not get a lot of direct sunlight and it's actually a little bit on the smaller size, but I want to give the illusion of a larger space. And one way is through lighter furniture. Now with this collection, I love just clean, minimal lines. I'm in my minimalist era right now, and I have to say, this collection is definitely doing it for me. Now, this dining room table features seating up to 6 people. It's constructed of solid wood and veneer. It features these subtle cutouts and these connecting corners. Like, look at that. Such a small detail, I love it. Article makes it easy to attain a beautiful, modern dining room or any space really. Article offers high quality furniture at a great price and it's designed to last. And Article offers contactless delivery almost anywhere in the USA and Canada for a flat rate of $49 or free shipping on orders over $999. And assembly services are also available. I personally love lots of storage and a credenza is perfect for that, and the Daco sideboard definitely is giving. It's part of the same collection. I have to say, with this sideboard, it's perfect. Again, it's part of that same collection. It's constructed of solid wood and veneer. Also features adjustable shelves, perfect for customizing items and stuff like that. And hello, I love soft close hinges. Now, of course, I'll link these beautiful pieces from Article down in the description box. Yes, I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for something of this style. And they also have other beautiful pieces. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jorge, what about the dining room chairs? Great question. Now, we're almost done. Let's just finish up the dining room chairs because that's going to complete the space, basically. I am obsessed with these mid-century modern chairs. Set of 12. Sourced them last year. Maybe you saw that video. I actually shared when I went and got them. Finally gonna work in the dining room. Now, not all 12 are gonna fit in the dining room. However, I will have now a set of chairs so that when we have guests over and we need extra seating, there'll be a full set. So I don't want to changing up that much. I just want to do a light restoration, kind of just enhance the wood. There are some scratches, some wear and tear, so just a light restoration on the wood. In terms of the fabric, the upholstery, I want to change this up. I think I want to do sort of like black leather or faux black leather. So take a look at this cane detail. Isn't this gorgeous? It's so beautiful. There is some light wear and tear, but I actually like that. I prefer it kind of just speaks to the chair and the age of it, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that as is, but I will kind of just work around it and preserve some of this beautiful wood here. After giving everything a good wipe down, I began by removing these seats, which were actually pretty easy to do. However, 12 chairs is kind of a lot, so it took a little bit of time. Then I proceeded to restore that beautiful wood. Now I don't want to alter the color so much, so I'm just going to use some of this stuff. This is by General Finishes Gel Stain in the color Java. Here's how I'm doing it. The trick that I've learned is basically you take your rag, you dip it in your gel stain, and then you're going to take some mineral spirits, basically dilute it down so that you kind of get like just very runny, very liquidy. So then take a look at this. Then you're going to take a dry rag, and yes, you should wear PPE and work in a well ventilated area. Take a dry rag and then just go over it like this. Okay, so we have 12 seats right here. It looks like they were previously reupholstered. I'm gonna actually go ahead and go in a different direction with these. I bought a roll of this faux leather. It looks to be really pretty good quality. Like, it looks like it's gonna stand the test of time. It doesn't feel plasticky. So I'm gonna use this for the seating for two reasons. Number one, I just think it's gonna work well with the design style. And number two, I just like leather or faux leather upholstery because it's just so easy to clean when it comes to seating. To make my life easier, I got myself one of these electric staplers and definitely made my life easier for all 12 seats. I will say I did go over the existing upholstery because there's 12 of them and I didn't feel like removing the existing staples, so that's that on that. These actually turned out pretty nicely. They don't look DIY, don't look too closely in the bottom, but it's not going to be seen anyways. They're nice and stretched in the corners, so let's go ahead and put them on there. Y'all, these feel really durable. As I always say, it's amazing what one can do with a little bit of patience and a little bit of love, and these chairs certainly came out as wanted. Better than expected, actually. And on that note, let's just skip to the good part, to the final reveal. Yes, I'm gonna go in depth, kind of do a tour here, but first, just enjoy this little montage. So first, let's start off here with this back entry, which is connected to the dining room. It's basically the same room. Now this is pretty much the primary, not the front door, but it's like the door that gets used the most. So definitely I need storage here because I'm sick of looking at crap. So this is my solution. Of course, these large stock cabinets that I picked up from Home Depot. I'll link them down below. Here's looking a little funky. But yes, there is a boob light here in the hallway, and I have a thing for boob lights. I hate them. But this will be probably part of a future makeover. I still haven't found the right light, so for now, let's just ignore this monstrosity. Went ahead and applied this paneling in the front to kind of create a little bit more interest, and I did a wood wash. Really love this color. Here we have our shoes, pantry storage and crap, and liquor that never gets touched. These brass poles are very beautiful. They're actually from Etsy. I found a seller. I'll link them below as well. They feel very nice. They're kind of heavy too, and they're not so pricey. They're actually a pretty good price, I would say. And I was a little bit worried that there would be too many poles here. I think it's fine. One question, one comment that I got a lot in part one of this video is, Jorge, why did you not center this? Great question. I actually would love to center this, but I didn't for two reasons. Number one, there is a vent here on the floor that prevents me from putting anything on top of it. And I probably could have maybe pushed it over, cut a little notch or something on the cabinet. I didn't really want that. Number two, well, since this is a bit of a tight space, I did kind of go in with a little bit of a larger table, probably necessary for this space, but for clearance purposes, I want to make sure that we can access the hallway properly. So that's that on that. Yes, it's a little bit annoying that it's not centered, but it is what it is. Yes, painting these doors matte black definitely made a huge difference. They do need to be replaced, but a fresh coat of paint will definitely do for now. And I kind of just like the way that it adds some contrast in here. It feels a little bit more elegant. Now, since there's already a lot of like hardware, you know, brass pulls here going on, I did want to add something else, another metal here. So basically, I went with the matte black doorknobs, just to keep it very minimal and kind of less distracting in a way. Also added these Venetian blinds that are black. Venetian blinds are not the most attractive things in interior design, I feel like, but they're just very practical, especially for a space like this where you can control the lighting. By going with everything black, it kind of just minimizes all the crap, you know? I do have a water thing right now. It's a situation. And yes, as you can see, this is adjacent to the kitchen, which needs a little bit of love. I do want to do a makeover. In fact, the fridge actually broke, so I had to bring in this one from the garage. It's a situation. We'll get to it soon. I do really love this rug. This is actually washable jute rug. I wanted kind of like an earthy rug, and as you know, jute can be kind of a challenge for cleaning. This one could be thrown in the washer. I definitely would recommend it. I'll link it below. Just changing up the switch plates makes a big difference. This is brushed brass. Now I left the outlet cover white. And the reason I'm mentioning it is because I know I'm gonna get comments about this. Why didn't you do the brass thing? Well, I don't know. Like, I don't want to really bring attention to it. I don't really notice it, but I did this for like the entryway over there. Now this is a pretty small dining room, but that did not stop me from getting this table for 8 people. No, there isn't 8 people in the house, but with this, it kind of creates the illusion of a larger space, and maybe it's with like the tall cabinets. Just a little bit bigger furniture kind of gives the illusion of a bigger space perhaps, or maybe it's the fact that there's more chairs. Of course, I'm obsessed with this dining table from Article. It's so beautiful, and pairing it with these vintage chairs that of course I DIY. Absolutely love them. And lately I've really been into spaces that do a lot of like mixing wood tones, and that's what I'm trying to do here. At least, of course, got the dark hardwood floors that kind of pull off of the chairs, and the dining room table adds in a little bit of a lightness since this is kind of a dark space. Lighting is so important when it comes to design. It's probably one of my favorite decor items, and this light fixture definitely is making a statement here. I absolutely love it. Custom order it. It has this blackened, or not blackened, aged brass with this matte black shades, and I think it's just beautiful. It's elegant, and it brings in the mid-century modern that I absolutely love. I did have to kind of do some rewiring because I ordered it too short, so I had to make it longer, but it's fine. Now, of course, I'm going to try to link everything that I used in the description, so be sure to check that. One thing I can't link, however, is this wall art. I wanted to bring in a little bit of color. I love color, but some days I'm not feeling color and I just like just a neutral space, but art is so easy to kind of switch up. This is some of my photography. It's actually from a hike a couple of years ago, which I should probably go hiking again. I love hiking, but I'm tired. This is actually one of my photographs that I transferred onto canvas and created some really nice texture. It looked pretty good. I actually did film the process. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. Maybe I can put together a video or include it in a future video. To be honest, I'm not even sure if it's going to stay. Something's throwing me off. Maybe it's the fresh floral arrangement. I don't know, there's something here that's still quite missing, but that's okay, that's design, it's never finished. I think line washing the walls was definitely the right move, which is kind of hard to see on camera. Maybe I'll put some photos here so you can better see. It's hard to capture it on camera. Now I did it in the living room and in the bathroom, and I just love the way that it kind of brings in that artisanal feel. I know that I wanted to keep the walls white, but by doing the line washing, it brings in that velvety effect. It brings in a little bit more texture, and it works with the currently textured walls. I gotta say, one of my favorite furniture types are credenzas. I think they're just very elegant. You can do so much with them, and they provide lots of storage. And this one by Article, I absolutely love. Now, this is actually from the same collection as the dining room table, which I normally wouldn't do, furniture matching sets, but by mixing in those vintage chairs, I think it works. And this one definitely is giving me great storage here. Love the oak. And when it comes to styling, right now I'm in my minimalist phase and just keeping it very simple here. I got these DIY table lamps. They're actually thrift store lamps. They were like $6 a piece. I actually have a DIY video where I showed how to do this effect. And I don't know, they're very like architectural and I really love them. They kind of have that aged look. I love good fragrance, so I got my Vitruvi right here, which I actually have a discount code if you're interested. I'll put it below. So got that right there. Got a beautiful bowl, perhaps a future Casa refined product. And this vintage artwork, I actually got this morning or yesterday. Vintage art, I went to the thrift store just looking through for a frame actually, and I came across this beauty. I think it's original. It's by J. James. I don't know who J. James is, but Jane James. Thank you, this is beautiful. It's like this mixed media art piece with this like dark wood frame. And I actually like the small scale of it here. But on that note, that brings us to the end of this video. This was a really fun dining room makeover. It made a really big difference. And like I always say, a little bit of patience and a little bit of love, we can definitely make some beautiful transformations. And I'm so happy with this. Of course, I DIY'd or I transformed this front entryway in the living room makeover. So if you want to see another makeover of mine, go check out the living room makeover series. I think it's like 5 videos and I really went in depth with all the DIYs and stuff like that. But thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And tell me, what is your favorite part of the makeover? But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.